Hey, what's up YouTube? Billy here with another video from the Christian Brothers Equipment of Kentucky. What we have in store for you today is a Sportsman 500. Now this is a 50th anniversary edition, so it's 2005. And issues that we've got in here is mainly transmissions. If you look right in here, you can see those teeth right there. Those are pretty ground down, pretty smoothed out. And whenever the customer brought it in, he was complaining of a popping noise in the back. It wouldn't move in two-wheel drive. If you put it in four-wheel drive, it would actually drive correctly. So obviously disassembled the clutch assembly housing and all that. If you need a video for that, I'm happy to show you. Pulled off all the outside suspension and had a war getting these axles out. I actually had to go through and slide hammer the one side out and then drive the other side out through in order to get them out. And this is what I found. So if you look right here, all of our teeth are pretty much just gone on this thing. There's nothing left. And what we were having is I could actually sit here and spin this whole thing in the unit, and it wasn't turning the other side, wasn't turning the clutch piece right here, wasn't moving that at all. So, unfortunately for this one, the only way to fix that is to replace the final gear drive, is what it's called, which means I have to pull apart the whole transmission, pull it off, snap it apart, pull that final gear out. guys, there you have it. One transmission out, about 31 minutes or so. As you saw, we did have some issues with the lower A-arms. Well, unfortunately, the bolts, they just snapped off. So I ended up having to cut them off the rest of the way. So we're gonna have to replace the lower A-arm on the bottom that goes through, as well as both the bolts on that. But I'm gonna get this transmission over to the shelf and get ready to tear it apart, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, well obviously you see we got the transmission apart now. So got the case off. Didn't give me too much trouble here. The spring-loaded tensioner, which applies tension to the chain here, which drives the final gear drive. And we get a better look at the insides of these with a little bit better lighting here. You see there's pretty much nothing left of those teeth here. So now the next step, I'm going to have to pull bearings. Got my little bearing puller over there. Pull these bearings off, get this final gear out, and then whenever we get the new one in, put her all back together, fill it up with fluid, and see how she looks. Alright guys, so here obviously we have our old final gear drive right here, and we have our new one in. Now to note, this particular one did come with new bearings already attached on each side, so you don't have to pull those off of there. A couple of different things you can look at. If you can see right there how you can't really see the teeth at all. So just as a comparison, we have new teeth, and you can clearly see those teeth inside of there, and no teeth. So that's pretty much the problem that we've had with these two items here. And we're going to actually get ready to reassemble here. Now, this particular transmission does not come with a gasket. This is RTV'd on. So we've got a long cleanup process, cleaning off all this old RTV, getting it all off there, get it cleaned up so that it's ready to be reassembled. Also, did grab brand new seals, which go right in here, and then as well over there. This one wasn't damaged, looked okay. Just to be on the safe side, because we're putting it on a brand new shaft, I always try and get new seals. So we'll be replacing both of these as well. That being said, time for some speed up music while I get to the process of cleaning. All right, in this unit, there's no gasket for this main section right here. So we got it all cleaned up about as best as we could. Now we got the good old handy RTV gasket maker. And RTV up a fine layer, not a lot. If you get too much gasket, too much RTV on here, it's just going to end up squirting and compressing into your gearbox, which is going to cause you issues later on. So that's about really all you need, just a small thin layer worth. So we're going to do that all the way around the outside edge, slap this case back together, put our new oil seals in around each side, and this thing will be ready to go back into the box. So here we go. All right, ladies and gents, we have a little final follow-up video here. So right here we have our 05 Polaris Sportsman 50th anniversary edition. This is the one that we were just doing the transmission on. As you see, got the transmission back in place, got her filled up with fluid. Did have to go through, replace both CV axles, one with a pair of Quad Boss CVs for the rear end. Got everything sealed up, filled it up with 1 quart of the Amsoil ATF fluid for the differentials and transmissions. And we'll fire her up here, take her for a little spin around block. Now bear in mind, this thing doesn't sound the greatest. It was brought in for transmission issues. I haven't done anything to the motor. There we go, guys. As you can see, we are in 2-wheel drive. Just did that whole little trip in 2-wheel drive. Seems to be running fine. Transmission is working good. So all that said, like, subscribe, give a comment on that, give us let me know what you want for more videos, and until next time.